1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Ali Ahmed. First, the headlines. Prime Minister says the government is determined to continue assistance to the people of Azad, Jammu and Kashmir. Advisor to the Prime Minister on Finance says government is taking several institutional steps to speed up implementation of the CPEC project. National Assembly has approved 34 demands for grants pertaining to the Cabinet Division. Coronavirus has claimed 59 more lives, while 2,775 new cases have been reported in the country during the last 24 hours. Pakistan has summoned a senior Indian diplomat at Foreign Office and lodged Pakistan's strong protest over the ceasefire violations by India along the line of control. In occupied Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred 3 more Kashmiri youth in Pulwama district today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has expressed the government's determination to continue assisting the people of Azad, Jammu and Kashmir. Addressing a ceremony in connection with Asas Cash program for residents of line of control in Muzaffarabad today, he said 138,000 families will benefit from this program. He said 1.2 million people in Azad Kashmir will receive health cards through which they can get medical treatment from any hospital up to 1 million rupees. Imran Khan said that the government has decided to provide health cards to whole population of Azad Jammu and Kashmir as well as merged districts of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Referring to the International Day Against Torture, he said Indian extremist government of Narendra Modi has intensified its atrocities on people of occupied Kashmir. The Prime Minister said the torture and other atrocities on innocent people of occupied Kashmir are being perpetrated in a systematic way. He said the hands of Narendra Modi are stained with the blood of Muslims in India. He said current government is following the ideology of RSS that was founded after inspiring from the violent and racist ideology of Nazism. Later talking to a group of PTI MNAs hailing from minority community in Islamabad today, Imran Khan said protecting the rights of minorities and providing them equal opportunities in every walk of life is the first priority of the government. The Prime Minister, while appreciating the role of the minority community in development and prosperity of Pakistan, said we all have to forge unity in our ranks to take the country forward. Imran Khan issued instructions on protection of the minority rights and to expedite the proposed legislation in this regard. He also directed to release funds for the construction of a mandir in Islamabad. President Dr. Arif Alvi has directed the management of Virtual University to devise a 5-year plan aimed at increasing the institution's outreach through global marketing. Chairing a meeting in Islamabad today, he said the university can play a greater role in providing education through better utilization of innovative information and communication technologies in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic. The president urged the university to increase its space and improve access to higher education by adopting innovative strategy to take Pakistan ahead in the area of education. Advisor to the Prime Minister on Finance and Revenue, Dr. Abdul Hafiz Sheikh, says the government is taking several institutional steps to further speed up the implementation of the CPEC projects. He was talking to the Chinese ambassador Yao Jing, who called on him in Islamabad today. Hafiz Sheikh emphasized that CPEC is the culmination and anchor of the great friendship and deep-rooted collaboration of the people and governments of China and Pakistan to realize their joint destiny, achieve their common objectives, and ensure a more prosperous future for both nations. Chinese ambassador assured that China would provide enhanced investments in development projects that would both stimulate the economy and generate employment. The National Assembly has approved 34 demands for grants pertaining to the Cabinet Division. The cut motions moved by the opposition members were rejected by the House. Winding up the discussion on the cut motions, Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs Ali Mohammed Khan said, despite the fact that the present government inherited a weak economy, the focus of the Prime Minister Imran Khan is to protect the poor segments of the society from the impact of the COVID-19, hence a SARS program was launched. The Minister of State said that expenditure of Prime Minister's office and the presidency have been reduced as part of the austerity drive. He said it is for the first time that an inquiry into the sugar scam was carried out and the report was made public, and those identified in the report will be brought to justice. Earlier, the opposition members criticized the performance and size of the cabinet. This is Radio Pakistan. 2,775 new coronavirus cases have surfaced in the country during the last 24 hours, taking the total tally to 195,745. These include 71,987 in Punjab, 75,168 in Sindh, 24,303 in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, 9,946 in Balochistan, 11,981 in Islamabad, 1,398 in Gilgit-Baltistan, and 962 in Azad Kashmir. The death toll from the virus stands at 3,962, with 59 deaths reported during the last 24 hours. 84,168 patients have so far recovered from the disease. The number of coronavirus infection cases across the world have risen to over 9.7 million, while the pandemic has so far claimed more than 492,000 lives. Over 5.2 million patients have recovered from the disease. The United States tops with over 2.5 million infection cases and more than 126,000 deaths. In Brazil, number of infections have risen to 126,000 with over 55,000 deaths. Pakistan Foreign Office summoned a senior Indian diplomat and registered Pakistan's strong protest over the ceasefire violations by India along the line of control. In a statement, Foreign Office said, due to the indiscriminate and unprovoked firing by the Indian occupation forces along line of control in Kerala sector, yesterday 28-year-old woman named Madiha Hafiz, resident of Butler, Mathrani village, sustained serious injuries. In occupied Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism once again martyred 3 more Kashmiri youth in Pulwama district today. The troops martyred the 3 youth during a coordinated search operation in Taral area of the district. The troops had also killed 2 youths during a similar operation in Hat Shiva area of the Sopore town yesterday. Meanwhile, a report issued by the Kashmir Media Service says that India is using physical, mental and psychological torture at a large scale as a tool to prolong its illegal hold on Jammu and Kashmir. The report revealed that Indian troops during their unabated acts of state terrorism have martyred more than 95,000 Kashmiris in custody and fake encounters during the last 31 years. The report said that Indian Army has established scores of torture centers in occupied Kashmir where innocent Kashmiris are being subjected to various kinds of brutal methods to extract information and confessional statements from them. In occupied Kashmir, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference has reiterated that no one in the world can deny the disputed status of Jammu and Kashmir. In a statement today, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference spokesman said that the United Nations resolutions on Kashmir, the commitments made by the Indian leaders to give the Kashmiris their right to self-determination, and the talks held on the issue are testimonies to the disputed nature of the territory. He appealed to the United Nations, the OIC, and the international human rights organizations to take the notice of the Indian brutalities in the occupied territory. The group of 20 has received a total of 41 applications so far in respect of a time-bound suspension of debt service payments for the poorest countries. The G20 International Financial Architecture Working Group at its meeting in Riyadh discussed the implementation of the G20 debt service suspension initiative and also explored the ways to enhance the global financial stability and resilience. The initiative stands to benefit 73 eligible countries from the International Development Association's countries and the least developed countries as defined by the United Nations. And finally, the weather report. Mainly hot and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain, thunderstorm at isolated places is expected in Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Potohar region, Gilgit-Baltistan, Islamabad, Kashmir, and adjoining hilly areas. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gv.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.